Hey guys, Dan with Sterling Self-Defense here. A little bit of a tech talk kind of thing. I'm over here working on the lathe. I had an idea. Want to bring you guys in on it. You know, I come out with a lot of mods. It probably pisses a lot of guys off. I'll come out with this powerful mod and everyone's like, oh, I gotta have that. And they get that one. And then a day later, I'm like, holy crap, I got a bigger one. Then they're like, motherfucker, damn it. Now I gotta go get it, buy another one. All right, so I didn't want to see guys, having to keep buying stuff to get higher and higher because guys always want higher and higher when you don't really need it, but that's neither here nor there. So that's when I put out a power plug, and I put it, super cheap. It was $85, and it pretty much, works for T8.1, it works for your FSC, it works for your TCP, it works for like everything. And super cheap, helps guys out power, and you ain't got to do a lot. Now, I had some other ones out. Now I put out the direct, and now people want the direct. But what I'm going to start doing is more of a modular now. So now if you buy something, it's not wasted when something new comes out. Like, let me show you. All right, I just came out with the direct, and the direct is just a direct screws in the back of on any bolt, TCP, FSC, blah blah blah, T8.1, whatever, and tank right in. Good to go. Not a whole lot of mods need to be done. All right. I got one of my stainless steel air chambers in here, which you don't need a stainless steel air chamber. I just use that for milling to hold because you don't need pressure. All aluminum air chambers are fine, so I don't think you got to get one. So, all right. So here is my direct ASA. It goes right into the back of the bolt, and then the secondary threads screw right into the gun. There you go, and the tank screws right into here. And now, basically, this is a power plug with the direct ASA on it. So it's got the same volume as my power plug, which is great. Everybody loves power plug, gets a ton of power. So, but I wanted to get more power than that. So I was going to build a new direct ASA and give it more volume. But then there we go. Now guys all bought a direct, and they're like, fuck, you did it to me again, you bastard. Now I got to buy the new one with more volume. So I was going to do that, and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to do that to the people that already bought this one, having to keep spending more money. So I thought about it, and I came up with this. A modular power plug. That now you can take this power plug and screw it into another one. There you go, right there. So basically here, this modular now, here's your direct ASA, which is now going to stay exactly the way it is. So if you already brought the direct ASA, you're good. This is still useful. It's no longer obsolete. But now I have my new modular power plug. I haven't really named it yet. I don't know what to call it. I was fucking around, so guy came up with the idea. Jumped on the lathe, bored it out, tapped it, made, went on CNC, made it, tapped it, all that, blah, blah, blah. A lot of goes into making a part. So let me show you. Okay. Here it is on the lathe. And bring it in there a little closer. Now, I have an air chamber set into my new 6-jaw lathe. Chuck, love it, by the way. Any of you guys that mess around with your lathes, 4-jaw, is used for a lot of different things. 4-jaws are great, but they're not centering. So they're a little more work to set up. So that's why I usually use a 3-jaw because I'm making barrels and round stock, stuff like that. So that or a 5C collet. We won't get into that right now. But with the 3-jaw, it's hard to really get stuff lined up well. And plus you have to, quiet Pedro, plus you have to really crank down to hold that part. With 6 points of contact on the 6-jaw, which is self-centering, you don't have to grip like barrels and stuff like that. So you don't have to worry about tool marks as much. And worried about, putting little scratches on whatever you're doing. So anyway, there's ways around that too, your copper plates, stuff like that. But I won't get into that either, that's a machine shit. So anyway, so here's my new power plug. So it's basically just a power plug, like one of these. There's an unfinished one. Just one up on the CNC on this one. But basically took off the back, bored it out to the same as the threads that go into the back of the air chamber. So I bored out the back of it. So this one now essentially doubles the power. So it's like having 2 power plugs. So, but definitely this is not for CO2 because you're losing a lot of air on there. So I'm actually going to set it up right now. I won't be able to test it till tomorrow because we have to Loctite and got to wait our 24 hours. So Gonna Loctite this up now. My glasses on. Turn it into a tech talk. Once again, this is, guys, how you Loctite. Make sure you got your paper towel because you're gonna make a mess without it. You don't want Loctite all over the place. And stuff is expensive, so put it on not too generously. Don't drip it all over and lose it. I had this one all Loctited up and connected. It was one of my test prototypes. That's why it looks a little different, but I had to take it out and another, Loctite. You want to get Loctite off, all you do is take your torch, heat it up, it'll break the Loctite, then you can get it loose. Alright, so now I'm re-Loctiting this one. Just go around your threads, don't get too crazy, We roll it around. It's going to want to drip, so roll it with the drips. You don't want to waste any dripping on the floor, because normally you got a little container and you can run out of it real quick. Little container costs like $8, and it's like nothing. 6 milliliters or whatever it is. All right, there we go. All Loctited up. Now I'm going to spin it right into the back. Just like so. Pretty good. Didn't make a mess on the inside. I should have cleaned it. I just machined it. I should have got all the oil and stuff out, but I will get to that. So that's ready to go. So now it's your direct ASA for HPA. Now this had the same volume as the power plug, which is great, but now it has double the volume of the power plug. So that's going to really be hidden. But HPA only. So there you go. That's all it takes. And you just grab your air chamber, Loctite this side, and put it right in. I'm not going to Loctite into that one. I got to grab one of my other air chambers and Loctite it up. And 24 hours from now, I will be able to test it. So look forward to that video. I know there's a couple of videos before this, but it'll be coming. I need 24 hours. Got to let it dry right. All right, guys, that's it for this one. I will see you on the next one. And couple other things. Oh, well, I got you guys here. Might as well. Not really trying to sell anything, but letting you guys know. A couple of years ago, they came out with 4 years ago. They came out with the extended mag for the FSC. Then they discontinued it, and then everyone's like, "I want it." And it's crazy. People are paying $100, $200 for a stupid little piece of plastic. So I called Panda first, or I went back and forth. I'm like, "Guys really want it. You got to bring it back." So they brought it back, and a bunch of guys bought it. But now, since you can have it, it's not as popular. It's the way it goes. Guys want what they can't have. So they're going to stop making them again. That's it. They're not making any more. So if you guys want them, get them now before, you know what the guys do. They go out and they buy a bunch of them. Then as soon as they're not around anymore, they get on eBay. "All right, bid away, guys. $400 for this little stupid piece of plastic." Don't be that guy. If you want an extension, get them now. They're only $30 or whatever it is. Don't get looped into down the road a year from now going, "Oh, I want those extensions and now I'm paying $200 for one." That's insane. So get them now. I got them. Whoever else got them, get them while they're available and they're just at $30. Because 6 months, a year from now, they'll be on eBay for ridiculous amounts of money. So I got them too, and I got them installed with the mag if you want them to, all done and ready to go. And also I made a big batch of the slim caps, Cerakote coat ones. So I got a bunch, so I'm not going to charge the extra for painting them. This is just for YouTube people. So if you want a cap, find a cap on the website and put in the notes free Cerakote. So you don't have to pay the extra $25 to have it painted. I made a bunch. This way you guys can save a little money. Get them already Cerakoted. And for the guys that bought the silver ones and didn't go for it, sorry, it is what it is. I made a batch. Figured I'd save some guys money. Here you go. They're already Cerakoted. So that's just while the supplies last. And you got to put in the notes free Cerakoting if you want to get it. All right. So that's that. And over here, let's go this way. All right, I got the bamboo printers printing away. Got a new one, it's pretty cool. You know, I think everyone's bugging me for the carbine kits, and carbine kits are expensive. That's why I don't make a ton of them, because I feel bad selling them, because it's a lot of machine metal, and they're freaking expensive. You know, you guys probably seen my videos, the quick disconnect carbine kit to turn your carry into a carbine. But you got a lot of big machined aluminum parts that, you know, just the adapter in the front takes a big block of aluminum like that. They're expensive, and they're expensive to machine. So everyone's been bugging me for them, so I'll make some more, but I came out up with an alternative that's not going to break you. Got them printed now. I'm making 3D printed. Let me get you in there a little more. You can see them printed now, long ones. Here, I got my prototype. Where's my prototype? Hold on, let me pause and go find my prototype. Or you guys can watch that print. Have fun. Sorry, I got no music. Oh, there it is. It's right next to me. All right, so here's the prototype I just printed off. This is the testing. See how strong it is? Nice, big, long, basically a compensator. This is a prototype, doesn't have the holes in the rails on top. I was testing it for strength first, and because I wanted to make it super strong. Ton of infill, if you know what that means. It means it's a real solid part. But super strong, man. It's not like your typical 3D printed crappy ass part, man. You can bang this sucker around. It don't break. It's real solid. So I printed out the prototype. I tested it real well, and it holds up good. So, you know, they take a while to print. Even on the bamboos, they're super fast, and I got 2 of them running. They take a while. There's also a smaller version of this one. You can see it in there. Hold on, let me see if I got that. You also got a smaller version. Yeah. But the good thing about this is, for your longer ones, let me pop this back together. And I'll have a screw to go in the bottom. Now you put your foregrip on there. Put your sights on there, whatever you want. So, good and solid. And not crazy expensive, you know. Crazy expensive aluminum handguard, plus the handguard adapter. You know, the stuff really adds up in the kit, and it gets expensive. So, 3D printed one. They're not going to be crazy cheap, but they're going to be a fraction of the price of the regular carbine kits. So, definitely a better way to go to save some money. You know, and they're not cheesy. They're not going to break easy on you. I was chucking that one around the shop, banging it on everything. It's super strong. It's going to hold the foregrip well. It's not going to crack off like it's cheap, cheap plastic. It's real good and solid, and ain't going to break the bank. And they look great, and they look good. Well, once I get them all printed out, I'll throw together something with sights and a foregrip and some lasers on there. You know, make it look cool. All right, anything else going on? Trying to think, anything else I got to tell you guys about? I'm sure there is. I'm always forgetting stuff, but I'll put it on the next one. All right, guys, that's it for me in this Tech Talk. I will see you on the next one. Stay safe.